Chapter 2. I think the emperor might be naked. I once had a dream about having a dynamic relationship with Jesus through a deeply committed community of friends and loved ones in the kind of church I wanted to attend and the kind of ministry I wanted to do. I dreamed about the community that I wistfully imagined serving. I desired the intimate relationships I would build in a church setting that was both artistic and intellectually stimulating. I longed for a compassion-driven organization that was oriented towards social justice, authenticity, and love. I tried to plant just such a ministry once, but it failed. And after 4 years, 4 months, and 4 days, it closed. I had given my life to Jesus after watching a friend drown on my very first youth group trip at the age of 15. I suppose I ran pretty hot and cold for most of life since then. Sometimes my faith and life were strong, and at other times I tried to turn my back and walk away, but couldn't. Eventually I would work my way up the ladder of Christian ministry, first through music and worship, and then into teaching and preaching. I held key lay leadership positions from youth worker to worship leader at several churches. I would earn a graduate certificate in ministry as well as a master's in divinity from seminary. By the time I turned 40, I had pretty much seen it all. I've been on paid staff at 6 different churches and served at another 4 as a lay leader or unpaid worship leader. I've served in 7 different denominations from Pentecostal to Presbyterian, and I have been on staff in small, medium, and mega churches. I've been a recording artist, worship songwriter, program director, small group pastor, adult education director, teaching pastor, church planner, and senior pastor. I have sung, counseled, taught, and traveled up and down the West Coast. I've attended numerous conferences, training workshops, and advanced seminars. I've read hundreds of books on church, on ministry, and about God. But in the summer of 2008, I was pretty much disillusioned and frustrated with my Christian experience. I was so exasperated by church that I was ready to walk away from it all and go do something else with my skills and talents. I don't mean walk away from Jesus or his words. I mean church. I mean the institution we've built in America. The programmatic, market-driven, consumer-focused production event, which we all call church. So I tried to leave it all. It's kind of ironic, but it was also 4 years, 4 months, and 4 days after the final service of my church plant that a moving truck, like some great fish, took us to the state of Washington, vomiting my family and me up on the shores of my hometown, a town I left 20 years earlier, vowing never, ever to return. Just like the Bible story of Jonah, it was my own personal Nineveh. This is the story of how I came to minister against my will and desires in a downtown urban setting of Americana. It is a reflection of all my previous years of training and experience in church and ministry, sifted through the iron grate of poverty and brokenness encountered in the deep pits of a population which was enduring homelessness, addiction, mental illness, and suffering. It is my story, along with a collection of my insights and observations, which I have gathered from being so far outside the box that the view is no longer uniform or geometric. In short, not even box-shaped. I hope that this story inspires you and challenges you to reflect on your own ideas and experiences, and hopefully, you will see Jesus and yourself differently. It's common in many Christian books for the author to do a lot of thinking for the reader. You will find that I trust my readers won't mind if I don't always resolve the delicate or difficult ethical dilemmas with a nice little Band-Aid Bible verse or pithy little serendipitous quote. I think you're probably smart enough and deep enough in your own faith journey that if you have picked up this book and are reading this, then you are somewhat disillusioned yourself. Maybe you feel as I have felt when gazing at American church that the emperor has no clothes. But you feel like you'd better not say anything because everyone else is cheering so strongly while you think the reality is rather naked, skinny, and unimpressive. Perhaps you are looking for deeper answers to faith and life. My guess is that you, too, have wondered why the American church is so powerful and rich on the one hand and so socially insignificant on the other hand. We no longer shape culture, we react to it, usually against it. In my time pastoring in the trenches and gutters at the bottom of society looking up, I have found new views of the underbelly of American Christianity. It isn't always a pretty view, but sometimes, on certain occasions, at the right angles, it can be inspiring. Eventually, we all come full circle, realizing that the institution of church was often naked. But the emperor isn't, though. He sits on his throne, still doing the real work by the power of his Spirit, often in unexpected places with unexpected people.